when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream.
You will win the war, not the battle. You don't never need to win another battle. Win the war. What's the war? My son's getting married. What's the war? Have enough money for create jobs for my kids. That's the war. What they do with the money, that's their battle. That's not my battle no more. You spend it wisely, that's on you. You blow it, that's on you. Take care of my wife, get her to California. That's the war. The battle is what the house looked like on the inside. That's not my fight. Whatever you want in there, have it. That's up to you. Just if I can get one room where I can put all my football helmets, all the places I spoke, all the paraphernalia, jerseys, signed jersey, I just need one wall, you can have the rest of the house. Why? Because I'd rather for you to have it the way you want it and have a marriage than to have all the rooms look like I have and be by myself. We all have 24 hours, all right? What makes some of us average, makes some of us good, some are great, is not the family you was born into, right? It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with your socioeconomic status. It has everything to do with how you command your life. So if you have a bad day, which is no such thing of, it doesn't exist, you had a bad moment and you were so immature that you let that moment dictate the rest of your day, right? And y'all not kids no more. I don't do elementary school. Right? I don't do elementary school because they really, a fifth grader, if I'm talking to a third grader, fourth grader, fifth grader, kindergartner, I don't care what I tell them, they're not at a place of maturity where they can switch their mindset. They're kids, you grown. And some of you are grown, but you're still a child. And you brag about how you're an adult. You're only an adult because of your age. You're not an adult because you command your life. You're an adult because of your age. And that's not what makes adulthood. You're not an adult because you are 18 years old, you're 25, 26. If you still kept catching temper tantrums, you still getting attitudes, that means you're not an adult in that area. That means that particular area controls you, right? You almost got into a car accident over with. Car accident been over with 10 hours ago, you still pissed about it. Or you done got into it with your friend. That happened 2 days ago and y'all still not talking. That's immaturity, right? And let me tell you something. You don't know how many days you have. Like, I'm just gonna keep it 100. You don't know how many days you have left. You don't want to be wasting days. Like you're not God. Like you don't create. You can't wake yourself up. You don't know how many days you have left. You can't be playing with the days you have on foolishness. So you have to learn how to control yourself. Right? And so y'all know my circumstances. I'm not here because I'm sweet. I'm here because one day I was like, yo, you need to get a control of this, bro. You need to get control of your life. You do not have control. You watch a dog on TV playing video games and you should be out here grinding. So there are people all the day, people are ET. Bro, you do not want to be me. You're not ready for this grind, bro. Some of you can show up when you're at home, when you go on the road, you struggle. Meaning that when things are going the way you want, you cool, but when it rains, you gotta grow up. Your body does not control you. If I got to get up early in the morning and get the money, I'm a morning person. If I gotta go play somebody in their hometown and they got home court advantage, I'm about to come bring the heat. Like, listen to me, like you gotta stop playing. So most of you, what happens is, when everything is favorable, you a beast. Make sure you understand what I'm saying. When everything is favorable, meaning like whatever conditions you like, when those conditions are right, you a beast. But when the conditions ain't right, you get smacked in the face. You gotta grow up. You gotta be a morning person, afternoon person, night person. You gotta be at home person, on the road person. You gotta be when you feel good person, when you sick person, when you tired person. I took it offensive. My man looked at me, you tired. I'm like, bro, have you lost your mind? I'm about to kill it. I had to do back-to-back speeches, 4 o'clock to 5, then they wanted me to wait till 8 to start again. I had to sit there for 3 hours and wait and came and like, let's go. Each one of us, the things that you don't have control over is the things that's keeping you from being sweet. And at what point are you going to fight against that nature in you that you know? So if I was to ask most of you, you already know what your challenge is. You ain't dumb, you know what it is. You just don't fight it. And I'm challenging you to fight it. And the only reason you're having a bad day is because of what you're thinking about. Now I read something that said that the human brain is phenomenal and it could think like of 1,000,000 and something different things, right? It's explosive. But the one thing it cannot do is it cannot think of 2 ideas at the exact same time. It does not have the capacity to think of 2 things at once. Now it has the capacity in an hour to think about a whole bunch of stuff, but at one particular moment, it cannot think about more than one thing. So if you're having a bad day or having a bad moment, it means you're probably focusing on what? Whatever that bad thing is, that's what you're focusing on. That's why your life messed up, because you focus on the stuff that's wrong. You're not putting the same energy on what's right. And it's just weird how we are as humans. We notice the bad and we talk about the bad, but we don't notice the good and talk about the good. We don't harp on the good. And that's what you do wrong. You focus so much on the negative that you forget all the positive. And then when you do think about the positive, you're not putting the energy in the positive like you put in the negative. So it's no secret. You are where you are because you focusing on stuff you ain't got no business focusing on. Those of you who know anything about basketball in the United States, there was a guy once named Michael Jordan. And when Michael Jordan, at the end of the year, he would win what's called the shooting contest. And so throughout the whole year, he might have averaged 32 points. He had the most points of any other basketball player as it relates to points in the game. You paid close attention, the guy that was in second place might have averaged 30 points, and the guy under him might have averaged 29 points. Listen to me, this is important. But because Michael Jordan scored 32, he made millions more than everybody else because he was the top as it relates to scoring. For those of us who know about the game of basketball in America, for each shot is worth 2 points. So in actuality, Michael Jordan only scored one more, possibly, and I don't think he did, 2 more baskets a game than the average person, but this guy was a millionaire and made more money than anybody else because of 1 shot. I need you to understand this. He was known around the world as one of the most popular athletes in the world, has made more money hand over foot than any athlete in the world. Why? Not because he made 10 more shots. Not because he made 5 more shots. The guy only made 1 or 2 more shots a game over the course of his career than everybody else, and he's better, makes more money, lived a better life than everybody because he sacrificed enough to get those 1 or 2 shots. And I'm telling you, you're not where you want to be financially, and it's not going to take 20 shots. You're not where you want to be in your marriage, and it's not going to take 20 shots. You are not where you want to be in your personal life. You are not the person you want to be, and it's not going to take you 20 shots. For some of you, it's 1 more shot. For some of you, it's 2 more shots, and you have not given yourself enough credit to say, I just need to get up a half hour earlier, and my whole life will change. I just need to get up 1 hour early. I just need to work 1 hour longer. You stop hitting that snooze button.
Good morning, good morning. Unfortunately, we have to stop this one here. So.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Let me stop sharing. Morning.
Good morning. Hey, Mary, morning.
Yeah, well, We got to stop hitting that snooze button. And, he said something that was so profound. So many people say, I'm not a morning person. I've heard people say, I'm not a morning person. I'm more a night person. But what he said is true. If you're making the money, you get up and you do what you have to do. And a lot of people will say, oh, I don't want to do that. We have to think that we're not making the money just for ourselves, because a lot of times people say, oh, I don't need to make all that money. I'm good. Someone just said that to me the other day. I'm good. I'm paying my bills. I don't need to make extra money. But that is a very selfish way of thinking, because biblically, the Bible said you are supposed to leave a godly inheritance for your children's children. So if we just think of ourselves and saying, I can pay all my bills, I'm good, I don't need to do anything else, I'm just making enough to pay my bills, we're not thinking about the next generation. We're only thinking about ourselves. So that's something we need to change in how we think, because so many people have said that, and I go, wow, that's not biblical. That's not what the Bible says. So make the money, one, so you can leave a godly inheritance for your children's children, but also so that you can also be a blessing to others, because it also said that. So, think about it. When you have so much and someone is in a need, and you can give them the money, because when people are financially strapped where they need money to pay their rent or their mortgage or whatever, and they're so behind, and you lend them something with the expectation of getting it back quickly, honestly, do you really think you're going to be able to get it back based on the financial situation that those people are in? And a lot of times we'll give that funds out, and then we're hounding these people. When they're that strapped, it takes a long time. So that's why in the Bible it says when you give with the expectation of not getting it back. We want to be able to get to that place where we can bless. We can be a blessing, because when you're blessing someone with it, you're not looking back for it, because you have such abundance. You can just easily say, here, it's a gift. You don't need to give it back to me. That's how we're supposed to be. God's people are supposed to be the head and never the tail, which means when you read the Old Testament, they were blessed beyond measure. And a lot of Christian believes that we're supposed to be poverty stricken. That's not biblical. So I go back to, we have Atomy here, which can help us to achieve that goal. It's not an overnight success. We have to build and build and build and talk to a lot of people to get there, but the possibilities are endless. So anyway, I don't know if anyone else has anything to say before we move on.
No, Valette, I just want to say what we have to fail to understand, and what people have to fail to understand, is that there's a two-part to this. Okay, so you can't even get around it. When this company set up this structure, there's a two-part, and you can't go around. First of all, you're gonna say, "Oh, I don't need money," but you need to increase your health. You need to enhance your health. You need to you buy these things anyway: toothbrush, toothpaste, body wash, washing powder. So you buy all these things anyway. So the structure is you buy from yourself. So when you purchase from yourself, you're eliminating the middleman as much as possible to put that money back in your pocket. Correct?
Yeah.
And then, yes. And then, so I look at them and say, I think we're not explaining it right, because they are not getting the structure. And I think about too, when things fall, because I don't care how much money we making, something can happen tomorrow and that money disappear. You understand? So when this structure was formed, it was formed to cover all angles, the four angles of life, basically. Because if you using this stuff enhancing yourself, now you could go and tell someone, you know what, this products and it's healthy. So what happens is when you structure that and you tell people the wealth is set for you already. You don't even have to focus on the wealth. You don't. You just have to go ahead and tell people and get people to enhance their health. Focus on the health. That money is naturally that it naturally comes. You understand? So when people hear about marketing or what happened is the marketing companies before has destroyed marketing. That's the problem because only the top people made money. But now we are structured in a different avenue where we have to go down there and pull that person up. We have to go and help that person because we have a limited that we can put under ourselves. And then it's structured where we cannot make money on ourselves. You understand? Because we have to do group orders to make the money. So the people under you is where you make the money. So once you shut down your territory, you have to go down there and build those people down there. You know, much people I have given checks, help to get checks because I don't really need the points for myself. So they don't understand the beauty of Atomy right now. They don't understand, and I think we have to explain it a little bit better from step one going up, because they think in marketing. I had someone tell me too. I'm straight. You got my big healthcare. I have my money. I have my this and that. I had that, but if it's not explained, but she buys the toothpaste every time she needs it, but that's about it. But I think the company's already structured, so we don't have the what we have to focus on is health, our structure in building our health, and then we can sneak that little wealth and their money comes, after we get them working on their health, because our people we are stiff neck, I'm telling you. So we have to we have to go another angle to reach their hearts. We have to. So that's all I wanted to say, because I going through it too. I going through it. Yeah. But
Great, great.
beautiful company, beautiful products, and like I told you, the one of my coworkers tell the other coworker he's out to dinner that you better not say you got a headache or anything, because I got something for everything, and that's me. And they think it's funny. It's not funny, but they make jokes out of it because they say, "Don't you better not say anything because wow, got something for everything." You know. But yeah, that's me. I'm focused on that, and I am passionate about the person's health and feeling better than the person, that like saying, business wise, because I know our people are not ready for that. You have to go into the aspect of a person that looking for a business. That's when you pull out that card and show them the company's profile and stuff. But regular people, we have a big focus to focus on them changing their habits. That's the
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah.
We have my cousin told me the other day. She signed up years ago, but she haven't ordered in a while. But because I put orders under them and stuff, so I called her and I said, "You haven't ordered." She told me. She said, "Oh, I gotta pay my bills first. I gotta make sure my bills are paid first." And I said, "Really?" I said, "So you're gonna wait till you pay all your bills to find some body wash, some toothpaste? You can brush your teeth after your bills paid. If you have no toothpaste, you're gonna wait till all your bills paid and brush your teeth." So I went down the line on her, and at the end, she was like, "Oh, order me this, 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 and this." Yeah, she put a grocery list in because she lied. It's just our
That
mentality.
that was just an excuse as to,
Yes,
not to buy the product because these are
yes.
already products that they're using.
She use it. She get checks, but
Mm-hmm.
yet you still gotta change. Help them to change their
Good morning,
habits.
sir.
So wait a
It's
minute.
hard.
You
I'm
you
right.
you give
What
her
happened to you? You don't want to
check.
talk to me this morning?
You give her
Who's
checks
that?
that even though she's not working the business.
No, she buys stuff. She buys
Oh,
stuff, but
okay.
she takes long to buy stuff.
Okay.
She buys the him and all that. She uses it, but
Okay.
sometimes you don't see her for 8 months, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened?
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Thank you for
Can I
sharing.
say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. This is Tracy Wilson
Morning.
from South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
Um, I've learned, me and my spiritual mom, we're kind of like partners, because we just sit down at the table and try to figure out, how can we work this business for everybody's benefit that's on our team. And so, I heard what the lady said before me talking, and if people come in at different times, different months, and they may not order all the time, because first off, people are going to do what they want to do with their money. They're going to want to do what they want to do with their money. And some don't feel the need that it's important to come on Atomy. And I've realized that because of my sister. One of my sisters, she will buy all day long on Temu or Shein, but then I asked her about, ordering the simple things or something that's going to benefit her and her health. Because when I hear people talk about what they're going to do, how they're feeling on their body, like what is aching them, and you share with them what can be helpful and beneficial to them off of Atomy, they take forever to buy. So their priorities is not what our priorities are. We know Atomy works.
That's it right there.
We know it works, and so they don't understand yet that it works. Now she knows that toothpaste works because she put that toothpaste on her wound after the Lord had shared with me, and she put it on there after 10 years of having issues with her leg. That toothpaste in 2 days stopped that heel, stopped the pain. So she knows that works, but when it comes to other things that they don't really understand yet, we have to understand that's where we once were. Now, some of us probably picked it up real fast, and then some of us gradually picked it up like, oh, this stuff really works. So that's where we have to understand. Like, everybody is not where we are. And if they buy 8 months from now, 10 months from now, every month, kudos, congratulations. But we just have to find more people that's ordering every month. Because if we have more people to order every month, then our business will still keep moving.
Right. The thing is, people prioritize, and most people do not make their health their number one priority. Just like you said, they're on Tumo and other places shopping all the time. But because their health is not number one, that goes on the back burner until they're diagnosed with something. Then they'll remember you and they'll call you. But unfortunately, that's how it is for a lot of people.
Yep.
They don't be proactive when they're healthy to maintain that health. They wait until they're sick. So it's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. So yeah, I am not sure. Where's Mr. CJ? Oh, it's there. Mr. Frank, were you asking to unmute? Because I see by your name, it says ask to unmute. So I wasn't, you're the only person that has that button. Frank Moyer, were you asking to unmute? Because for some reason I cannot unmute you. I don't know. If you were, I'm not able to, you can type it in the chat if you had something to say. But Mr. CJ, go ahead, because I have a video. I want to play my presentation from 2021. There's some good information in there. I watched it last night.
Well,
okay.
Thank you. Frank, no, sorry about that. I don't know why.
No, he said no.
Right.
He said no, he was not.
Right.
For some reason, his button came up that way, but that's okay. He said no, he was. But you
I
can
just
go ahead
want
and welcome, and we can move forward, Mr. CJ. Let me set the model.
I see Sally this morning. I'm hoping that by now, Sally, that you've gotten your wellness store and that you're moving, because the word is going forth every morning, and we are here. We are serious about building our different businesses here in Momentum Mornings. Just need to let everyone understand that even at this time in this big country, so many people do not know about Atomy, these wonderful products. If it's to be, it's up to me. If you are on this yourself being in the winner's circle, so no one's left behind. We're going to do this thing, and we are hoping that we will step away from equity, stop being laid back, and get in the game. We have all the nuggets, motivational, like now.
Oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up really bad, Mr. CJ. You're breaking up. I don't know if it's your location, but you're breaking up.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Well, we'll just take it from here. I have the motto up on the screen. I don't know what, maybe it's where you are, Mr. CJ. But let's get going with our motto this morning. Thank you, everyone, for being here. If it's your first time, thank you for joining us. So I have the company motto on the screen. So after 3, we can unmute and repeat. Let me just give people time to unmute their microphone, those who can. All right, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. Cherish
Cherish
the
the
spirit.
spirit, create provision, create the vision, follow the faith, live in humility, serve in unity.
Aja.
Yes.
Great.
Let's go.
That's right. Let's go. All right. So, as I said, I've been going back to the archive, and I'm just going to keep doing that. This way I don't have to figure out what I'm going to present, what we're going to talk about. And I don't see, remember guys, if you all ever have something you want to discuss, we can always do that. Let me do this here. Okay. All right. Let's go back to that product presentation from 2021. And you'll see a lot of old faces that they're no longer with us, unfortunately. I tell you. So guys, stick with it this time because, you know, we're only barely at 1% of the population in the United States that knows about Atomy. So imagine that, which means we're at the forefront of this company. We're here when no one knows about it. So imagine if we continue to press through and just talk to people as you go out there every day and just talk to people about the products. And as this company becomes more known and people start hearing the name, those people you spoke to, they're going to say, wait a minute. Maria or Larry or Tracy or Veronica, they spoke to me about this company a long time ago. Let me call them and see if they're still doing it. There are people out there.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So just let me
finish
pause.
this one moment. Let me just finish what I was just about to say, and then you can go back. There are people that are buying the entire Atomy line on Amazon. So imagine if we're constantly just sharing this information every day. You might just come across one of those. I've had 2 of my customers, well, they were distributors at the time. They both, one lady, she rented her store to this Spanish lady. And I said, talk to her about the product. She called me back and said, oh my gosh, Miss Noblin, she's buying everything on Amazon. The lady was shopping on Amazon for over a year, buying heme, the whole shebang on there. And someone else found the same thing. People are buying Atomy products online because they don't know where else to get it from. So as we open our mouths and share, you might just hit the jackpot one day. You don't even have to educate these people about the products because they've been using it for a long time. So just share. I would love to come across some of those people that's already shopping online. I don't have to do anything but just say, hey, get your ID, get your own website, and you can buy it from here instead of Amazon. And if you ever meet those people, say, hey, you don't know if the products are expired that you're getting there, but you know when you get it from here and you get money back because they do not get money back from Amazon. So anyway, that's what I want to say. Go ahead, Mr. CJ.
Thank you, Novlet. Well, I'm right there in the same vein of thinking with you now. I've been trying to get the message across earlier that, you know, it's really so painful. The CEO of the company, several months ago, it was January, and we all know the story. He came to the United States of America, and in a seminar, he's crying out. He's asking the Atomy, what is the problem? What is the problem? So if morning after morning we're doing like we're doing now, and the folks aren't moving, then what's the point? What's the point? What's the point of momentum mornings? I am here to predict, Novlet, that a tsunami is on its way, and there is going to be a new wave of Atomians. They're going to take this thing and it's going to explode. Now, let me say this. Choose a product: toothpaste, toothbrush, hemahim, fermented noni. Choose one. And I can guarantee that if you go to work in 1 year, if you do that marketing, whatever you want to call it, sharing, allowing folks to experience these products, I guarantee that in 1 year, you can become a millionaire in Atomy. We are hearers of the word, but we're not doing it. We have the opportunity to be millionaires in this Atomy business. No one, 300,000 plus Atomians in America, nobody knows about Atomy. Nobody knows about hemahim. I challenge everyone on the call this morning to get up and let's do this thing. We just spoke the pledge, the motto: cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve with humility. Those are just words. What are you going to do? If it's to be, it's up to me. Novlet, I pray, I hope that there will be a spark somewhere. Sally came on the call, I think it was Monday. Someone invited her. Sally, I'm hoping that you have gotten your shopping mall. I hope that the new participants on the call this morning will get down to business and make it happen. I thank you, Novlet. I thank you, Maria. You're on the call this morning. And I thank all the Odays and the Joys and all these leaders in Atomy who come on the call, Nick included, who pour out morning after morning. Let's get up, guys. If it's to be, it's up to me. Let's go.
Okay, well said. All right, let's go. Let me mute myself back.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking your Sunday afternoon to join us to learn more about Atomy products. I am about to introduce a
body naturally absorbs, whether it's for your skin or internally, your body absorbs. Company promotes based on our plant. Day, as usual, I say, for taking time out of your Sunday after your Sunday afternoon to be with us. And what we do here, we talk about the Atomy lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle, plant-based product line. And as we know, I'm assuming everyone knows that plant-based products are what our body naturally absorbs, whether it's for your skin or internally, your body absorbs that naturally. So today I decided to do gut health today. Why? Because 80% of the population are having gut issues. And if your gut health is compromised, your immune system is compromised. So if you take care of your gut health, then the rest of your health will fall into place, because as they say, 70%, up to 70% of your immune system is in the gut. So let me start sharing today. As usual, I'm going to start with our flagship product, which is Hemoheme. Why? Because Hemoheme does promote gut health as well. Anything that is going to move the colon and get all your intestine and everything in your system move out of place is going to help to promote that gut health. So as I said, Hemoheme is our flagship product, and I'm going to have Dr. Ophelia talk about the product a little bit. I cut some of her introduction because it's a bit long, but she's been in practice for over 40 years. And as she said, when the product was introduced to her, she was a bit skeptical. But as she, used the product, shared it with her clients, her patients, she was truly blown away by the results. So, of course, now she's on board with Atomy, sharing our wonderful product line. And let's hear what she has to say. Now, guys, she does have a little bit of an accent. She's from the Philippines. But if you really pay attention, you can hear what she's saying. So she speaks in English. She'll go back and forth between English and the Filipino language. But if you listen carefully, you will get everything that she's saying about Hemoheme. So let's start.
Basis. Nothing really brand new. These are the very products we've been using all our lives. From the moment you wake up until you sleep at night, easily you can count 20 to 30 products that you need every day that are found in the Atomy shopping mall. So this really makes the business concept a lot more easy. You have products ranging from health, supplements to food items, household items. We will be having more and more products, and it's gonna make the game even more exciting. The business concept of Atomy is really quite, and once he gets that assurance, then and only then will he start computing for how the prices or the product should be priced.
I'm just trying to skip to where she starts.
In the process, currently available, which really makes it really affordable. And there are no advertisements, there are no agents. So ng ating CEO, bibilhin mo yung produkto kasi na-appreciate mo yung quality. At kaya mong bilhin uli kasi affordable. All right. For this afternoon, the featured products will be actually Hemoheme and Omega-3, not toothpaste for this afternoon. So what is Hemoheme? Hemoheme is a natural functional health supplement with a specific immune function. And what does Hemoheme stand for? Hemo is short for hemoglobin, H for hematopoiesis, or the process of manufacturing blood, I for immune or immunity, M for modulation, and Him also in Korean means strength. Okay. Yes. So, what is immunity? Immunity refers to the capacity or the ability of our body to recognize and destroy pathogens. So what are pathogens? Ito yung mga bacteria, viruses, fungi, and all those that can make you sick, that can harm our body. So immunity really is the ability to protect our bodies from harm, the ability to prevent our bodies from getting sick. So why take Hemoheme? All of us need a very strong and healthy immune system. I don't know how many of you who are now present have heard me during the last Success Academy when I made mention that all of us, we are made up of trillions of cells, individually all of us, made up of trillions of cells, and of the trillions of cells, only 10% are human, 90% are bacteria. So we're only 10% human, 90% bacteria. And at any given time, there is that symbiotic relationship between the good and the bad. Meron silang ecosystem. But there has to be that balance of 80-20, 80% good, 20% lang dapat ang bad. Ganon. So you can just imagine how our immune system is put to task. Kasi from within lang, ang dami na niyang kalaban eh. Ang dami ng bakterya. So yung pang nasa labas, mas lalong abundant ang bakterya. So yung ating immune system really works non-stop. So we really have to support our system, our immune system, for it to be healthy. So what can harm our immune system? Environmental pollutants, like the exhaust fumes coming from all those thousands of vehicles around us, ultraviolet rays, alcohol, smoking, eating too much protein, eating too much sugar, fatty foods, pesticides in your fruits and vegetables, stress also. So collectively, or if I may add, anything with preservatives, instant food, lahat ng yan, collectively, we call them the free radicals. And if the free radicals are left unchecked, they will lead to oxidative stress or damage of our body. At pag nagkaroon tayo ng oxidative stress, yan ang nagiging sanhi ng premature aging, premature degeneration of our body, not only from the outside but also from within. Alzheimer's, heart disease, cancer, those are just examples. So siguro kayo din, madalas maririnig nyo, bakit ang bata pa noon may rayuma na? Bakit ang bata pa inatake na sa puso? Bakit ang bata pa na-diagnose na may diabetes, ganon? So, courtesy of oxidative stress, courtesy of a very unhealthy lifestyle, and stress is really the #1 cause of cancer nowadays. So, you really have to be careful. So, how can Himuhim help us? Himuhim can really help promote the recovery of our body against oxidative stress. If oxidative stress can lead to premature aging, bata pa, may wrinkles na, may rayuma na. Therefore, Himuhim can slow down the aging process. Yes. It can slow down the degenerative changes that may occur in your body. It has also been found out that Himuhim can activate our immune cells. Immune cells, the like of your white blood cells, lymphocytes, the natural killer cells, the cytokines, which all play a significant role also, not just in fighting infections, but is also in fighting cancer. So, yun ang kahalagahan. And hematopoiesis, as I mentioned earlier, this is the process of manufacturing blood. You can see in the slide, before and after taking Himuhim, you see a proliferation of the RBC population on your right as influenced by Himuhim, because it has also been found out that Himuhim can activate your bone marrow to produce more blood cells and to increase the number of hemoglobin. It can also help boost stem cells which are very crucial to rejuvenation, repair, and anti-aging. Siguro marami kayong naririnig dyan na nagpa-stem cell para mas mukhang bata. Easily, that's 50,000 pesos per procedure. Sorry, hand, ginagalaw. So anyway, you don't have to go through that process. You don't have to spend the 50,000 pesos. Himuhim will be enough. to boost those stem cells, to rejuvenate you. And then white blood cells. White blood cells are the cells of our immune system. They are very, very important because they are at the front line of our battle against infections. When our body gets assaulted by microorganisms, bacteria man yan, or viruses, the WBCs are really at the front line. Para siyang si Pac-Man that eats everything and anything that gets in the way until they explode at maging pus. Diba? Kaya nga pag minsan pagpa-urinalysis ka, WBC or pus cells, mga ganon. So, a patient with low white blood cell count is at great risk of acquiring infections. In the same manner, a cancer patient undergoing chemotherapy, the oncologist really makes sure to monitor the WBC, because in chemo, you not only kill the cancer cells, but also, including the WBC. And once the white blood cell count really goes down, plunges down, the oncologist is forced to stop the chemo, or else he'll be literally killing the patient. So, as shown in this slide, you compare him with all the other immunoenhancers, and you see him how really superior it is compared to the other immunoenhancers. Let me share with you the story of my patient. He's 12 years old. He came to me with his mom, of course. Ang complaints, more than a year nang recurrent ang kanyang nose bleeding, and konting magsalita, may shortness of breath. That was April 24, 2017. I requested for a blood count. The reason why meron siyang shortness of breath, kasi anemic talaga siya. Look at his hemoglobin, it's only 9.2. Normal should be at 14 and up. The hematocrit, which is also the same as your hemoglobin, 28 yung kanyang hematocrit as against a normal of 42 and up. The WBC was dangerously low, and that's what really scared me. It was only at 3,400. Normal should be 5,000 to 10,000. The platelet count explains the more than a year recurrent nose bleeding. It's nandun siya sa low normal. The bracket should be 150 to 450. He was only at 164. Kaya siya nagno-nose bleeding. So I was tempted to refer him to the hematologist right then and there. But then I said, I would like to challenge him and see if it will work for you. Anyway, you've been through this for more than a year. What's another 2 weeks of trying to observe and monitor? So I placed him on Him, 2 sachets a day, with instructions to come back after 2 weeks. But he came back more than a month, barely more than a month. And when he came back, 3 weeks na siyang walang nose bleeding, at kahit anong takbo niya, hindi siya hinihingal. And looking closely at his repeat blood count, May 29, the hemoglobin from 9 rose up to 13.9, and I said earlier, the normal is 14. So it's really at 14 na rin, ganon. The hematocrit from 28 rose to 42. The RBC count, well, it was not indicated earlier, but the WBC from 3.4 rose up to 7,900. And the platelet count, unbelievable, 370. The reason why hindi na siya nagbi-bleed, ganon. When I interviewed the mother and son, most recently when JP came over to our center, they invited the mom and dad. That was the only time I realized, sabi nung mom, actually, doktora, 12 days after pa lang, pinag-repeat CBC ko na. 12 days after pa lang ng him, talagang lahat daw tumaas na. Sabi ko, ba't hindi mo pinakita sa akin yon? But nevertheless, it really underscores the point na it's not hemoglobin, him. It's not him for nothing. Di ba sabi ko nga kanina, it can help increase the number of hemoglobin. So you can see very clearly in this example, also the WBC and even the platelets. So that has spared that child from too much physical and financial ordeal had I referred him outright to a hematologist. Nothing wrong with doing that, but I'm just so happy that right now, meron na akong ibang option. Kasi before I was introduced to this, wala akong option eh. It would have been easily dismissing the patient, sige, sulat, padala kita sa hematologist. Ngayon, ang dami ko ng options, and it's really making me a lot more fulfilled in my medical practice. Really. So that was the comparison side by side. So him is perfect.
So guys, it's a long video, so I'm not going to go any further, but you do get some of what she's saying, hopefully. If you guys really want to see the rest of this video, she has a lot of good information. That's what you would look for on YouTube. But as you can see, even when you go to nih.gov or just Googling hemoheme, one of the things it tells you is hemoheme aids in recovery of the body, which is what she just shared with her patients, whether it's cancer patient because of what it's going to do for the white blood count, or those already on chemotherapy, or whatever your health issues are. Hemoheme is going to help the body with recovery because it's cleansing the body by removing any contaminants, and also, as you see there. So it's about recovery, the NK cells, which are natural killer cells, which is going to eat those cancer cells. And guys, stem cell growth, it promotes your own stem cell, as she said. So thus it helps with reversing the aging process. So we have hemoheme here and our wonderful skincare products that also help with reversing the skin damage that we have. So we're taking a product internally that's going to help with reversing the damage that's done to our skin so we can start aging backwards. And we have wonderful skincare that also aids us with that. We have lots of testimonies on that. But today, as I said, I'm sticking to our gut health products, which is hemoheme. So now I go to our wonderful probiotics, because these are all about our gut health. So, and as I mentioned, if our gut is in trouble, our whole health is in trouble. So we really have to focus on those products that's going to make sure our immune system is intact. And then we can go from there with, you know, the other wonderful products we have, which is skincare and hair and so forth. So our probiotics, Atomy probiotics. Why do we need probiotics? Let me share with you. I pulled up some information on, well, let's stick with the probiotics first. Sorry. We need the probiotics to help our gut to work properly, because as she mentioned, if we have more of the bad enzymes in our gut, we're going to be in trouble. And what I like with our probiotics is it has the prebiotics and the probiotics, which is absolutely wonderful. As you can see here, probiotics, 12 string, 3 types of probiotics. And when you eat fruits and veggies, that's where the prebiotics come in a lot of the fruits. What time is it? Nick, I have a short video on this. That's why I cut the other one, because I really want you guys to truly understand the benefits of your gut health. So let me stop sharing. This one is very short. Do you have it ready, Nick?
Yep, I sure do.
Because he goes into some details here. So we can really push the products and really, really help people, because a lot of, while he's pulling up, a lot of our health issues start from our gut.
So you may be wondering, is my gut healthy? Do I have a lot of gut issues? Is there something going on there? Well, in this video today, I'm going to give you 7 signs that you have a pretty unhealthy gut, and also give you 7 tips. Yes, 7 tips that I recommend to improve the health of your gut. And if you wait till the very end, I'm going to give you a bonus tip. Don't think that Dr. Islam will not help you. Yes, I am here for you. Guys, let us talk about poop. Howdy y'all, Dr. Samir here, aka your poop guru, trying to give you the best tips and tricks to help out with your health. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button. Like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications so all the algorithms out there and all the social media sites can know that you watch this video. And if you haven't already, I would encourage you, highly encourage you to subscribe to my weekly newsletter. I'll put a link down below. So you may be wondering, am I suffering from a really crappy gut? Is that why I'm having so many issues? Well, let me give you 7 signs that you may be having a really crappy GI tract. So sign number 1, you're having a lot of gut issues. Duh, obviously, but let me tell you specifically. Bloating, pain, distension, constipation, diarrhea. Things are just not going through very good. This is a very common sign of a condition called irritable bowel syndrome, which for a lot of our patients could be a sign of a change in the gut microbiome, poor gut health, or other issues going on. If you're having these issues, this could be a sign that you're having a very unhealthy gut. Number 2 is brain fog, just feeling like you're not really there, you don't feel fully aware of what things are going on, you just don't feel like yourself, you're just kind of in this daze. That can usually be due to something going on inside your gut, whether it's certain foods that you have, bad bacteria, or a condition called celiac disease as well. Number 3, changes in your weight. Either gaining weight or losing weight could be a sign of some problems going on inside your gut or an unhealthy gut. A really imbalanced gut microbiome can change the way you absorb certain nutrients, change the way your blood sugars are, change your energy level, which can in turn affect how much weight you actually gain or lose. You could be having a problem like insulin resistance or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which can cause changes in your gut microbiome and also causes changes in your weight. Number 4 are sleep disturbances or just constantly feeling tired. We're seeing more and more evidence that a lot of sleep issues could be related to what's going on inside the gut, whether it's an imbalance of your gut microbiome, too much bad bacteria, not enough good bacteria, some bad fungus, or just some sort of changes going on inside the GI tract. Keep in mind the vast majority of your body's serotonin, which is a hormone that helps with sleep, is produced in your gut. And if your gut is not working correctly, those signals will not be present or could be too much to cause issues with sleep and fatigue. Number 5 is skin irritation, whether it's eczema, acne, dry skin. This could be a sign of a leaky gut or inflammation going on inside your gut as well. Number 6 are autoimmune diseases. We are seeing more and more evidence of the gut influencing autoimmune diseases, whether it's psoriasis, celiac disease, Hashimoto's. It is thought that an unhealthy gut produces systemic inflammation all throughout your body, and that inflammation leads to autoimmune problems to occur. And by controlling some of the gut issues, we may be affecting other things outside the gut and helping to decrease any autoimmune conditions. Then lastly, food intolerances. Have you ever had problems eating certain foods where you get a lot of gas, bloating, distension, maybe diarrhea and constipation? That is not a food allergy, that actually may be a food intolerance, the most common being gluten. It is thought that food intolerance could be due to the poor quality of your gut microbiome, and that in turn can make it more difficult for you to digest certain foods. These food intolerances can lead to a lot of gut issues, like bloating, feeling like you're pregnant all the time, gas, diarrhea, and nausea. Alright, now that we talked about all the bad stuff about your gut, and I scared you, what 7 things would I recommend as a gut specialist to improve your gut? So the whole idea of improving your gut is to improve your gut microbiome. We are seeing more and more that diseases start inside the gut, and the main factor improving your gut is your microbiome. We want to be diverse. We want to have good bacteria that's there. We want to suppress or get rid of the bad bacteria and to improve what is going on with digestion. Here are 7 things. Number 1, eat a diverse range of foods. Guys, don't just stick to one particular food group. Try to broaden out and try different foods, whether it's different vegetables, different fibers, prebiotics, fermented foods. Don't just stick to one food group alone. Eat a variety of foods. Unfortunately, our Western diet is high in fat and sugars and not high in rich plants, rich vegetables, and diverse fruits. And so try to shift away from the fat and sugar to a more nutrient-dense diet. Number 2, eat lots and lots of vegetables and fruits. If you can, things like beans and legumes. Now we know that the biggest factor to improve your gut microbiome is having a range of different fruits and vegetables. There's good clinical evidence for that. And the baseline for having a good microbiome is having a variety of these fruits and vegetables because they can actually increase your fiber. Fiber is the foundation of your gut health. It's the foundation which everything builds on. The more fiber that you can have, especially natural fiber, the better it's going to be for your gut, and the more you can improve your gut health. Now, beans and legumes are a great example. They're high in fiber and they're a great source of vegetable. Now, having said that, some people can't tolerate that, which is fine, but try to diversify your diet to include much more fruits and vegetables and minimize as much as you can anything else outside of that. So some high fiber foods that are very good for your gut include things like raspberries, artichoke, green beans, broccoli, chickpeas, lentils, my favorite, beans, and whole grains. Number 3, try fermented foods. Fermented foods have been around for ages, eons, forever. It's been around forever. Fermented foods are actually foods that have been altered by microbes. They produce a lot of good bacteria and stuff that's good for your overall gut health. Now, the process of fermenting usually involves either bacteria or yeast converting the sugars in food to organic acids. Some examples of great fermented food include things like yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, kombucha, and tempeh. These foods are rich in a bacteria called lactobacilli, which is a very pro-gut bacteria. We want more and more lactobacilli inside our gut. Number 4, eliminate artificial sweeteners. Guys, they're not real. It's artificial for a reason. These artificial sweeteners were made to have the sweet taste in our mouth without the calories with sugar. We are finding that we're having difficulty digesting these artificial sweeteners. But not only that, this can really change the gut microbiome. It can cause changes in weight gain, insulin response, and more importantly, increase the pro-inflammatory bacteria inside your gut, leading to all sorts of conditions. Number 5, consider eating a prebiotic food. So prebiotic foods are basic foods that can help promote the natural bacteria inside your gut. And typically they're fiber-based, which, like I said before, forms the foundation of great gut health. And this is why many fruits and vegetables are considered prebiotics, because they are the actual source to produce good bacteria and to feed all the good guys inside our GI tract. Number 6, eat whole grains. Yes, I'm actually gonna tell you to eat carbs. Can you believe that? Carbs are not all bad. Don't let anyone tell you that. There's nothing inherently wrong with carbohydrates. It doesn't inherently cause inflammation. I don't know where this idea came from. The only people who need to avoid certain carbs are people who have either gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. But having whole grains is great for your gut. They contain lots of fiber and non-digestible carbohydrates. These carbohydrates are not broken down in your small intestine, so they go down to your colon or large intestine, where the gut microbiome feast on these carbohydrates and promote the growth of good bacteria. Guys, it's good for you. Number 7, try to minimize dairy. Now, dairy can cause a lot of gut issues for a lot of people: bloating, diarrhea, gas, and pain, because you may be lactose intolerant and you may not even realize this. So if you want to try to improve your gut microbiome, try to see if you can minimize dairy and see how you feel. Now,
Okay, Nick.
I gave you my top 7 tips, but if you
Okay, thank you. So guys, I know it's 2 detailed videos, but I wanted to cover an issue that is a big thing in the US right now. And most people we're going to meet have all these health issues. So let me go back to, Nick, let me go back to showing our probiotic. And the reason why I wanted to cover this also is, as he talked about the prebiotics, he also talked about, the probiotic strain. And we have a lot of the lactobiotics here that he talks about in our products. So I just wanted you to see that we have an excellent probiotic here. And guys, if you ever share this product with any one of your customers, it has 7 strains of what he talked about right here, of this lactobiotic here that our body needs. And if you have ever shared this probiotics with any individual that tells you they're having a problem going to the bathroom, you know it works. And if you're new to this call, Hemoheme, our probiotics, and guess what? Now I'm about to cover our Fine which is, okay, I had to mute this because we now have a new probiotic that I want to add to this for digestive issue, because let me just get to it. Come on. Let me just get over to our website so we can show this as well for the new individuals that might not be aware of it. Before I go back to the presentation, so now we have the probiotics in the US side, but this one deals directly with your microbiome. Where is it? Okay, here it is. I think that's it here. Yeah. I just wanted you guys to see, those are new and might not have heard of it. We've spoken on this a couple of times. So this is the newest probiotics that we have, and it deals directly with your microbiome. So let's go down and just show you a little bit of what's it's comprised of. So this is also available to add to your lineup when it comes to probiotic. And I believe this might be better than what we have on the other side. So there's two. So let me go back to the presentation. All these go together because he just talked about people having issue with digestion. So here at Atomy, we carry everything you could possibly want for good health. So here with Finezyme, this is all about aiding with digestion after you've eaten and you realize you're not digesting your food, your gut is beginning to blow up, you're not feeling well. This product does wonders. And why do we need digestive enzyme? Let's just cover a little bit here of why we need it. Because there are so many issues going on right now with our gut health. Why is it not open? Okay. In this country, because of, as they would call it, the standard American diet in how we're eating, is why these issues are so out of hand now. So it says that we know already about the normal body digestion, but these are some of the symptoms of digestive issue: heartburn, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, celiac disease, ulcerative colitis. I mean, you would not think about this, that this comes from your digestive issue. And it goes, I mean, this is a long article, but I just wanted to show some of what it talks about here. The benefits of digestive enzyme: it reduces the symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. It goes on, let me go do it a little faster here. It also aids in absorbing your nutrients. So if you're not digesting your food, you're not absorbing the nutrients from the food, the little that we do get from the food we're eating now also, which is not much. Now we also, it helps to increase energy. How many of us speak to people and one of the things they complain about is, I have no energy, I'm so tired. Well, if you're not absorbing the nutrients from your food, you're not absorbing anything at all, you cannot have the energy because you get your energy from your food. And it also helps to prevent leaky gut syndrome, which is a big thing we're hearing about it. Every time you talk to someone, either they have leaky gut syndrome or someone that you know, or someone that they know. And this is just with, you know, digestive enzyme. It helps to inflammatory response. So it's going to help to break down that inflammation in the body that's So many Americans have. It helps to prevent chronic disease and pain. So the list goes on and on and on about why we need to also use this digestive to aid with our digestion. And of course, about our weight. So many people are talking about, oh, I've gained so much weight, I can't lose the weight. We have the products here that's going to aid in all these different areas of our bodies, but it all starts with the gut health. Your gut health is going to lead to so many other responses in your system. So again, it goes with HemoHeme probiotics. We have FineZyme, and guys, one more product that we would not normally think about is toothpaste. How does toothpaste help? Well, guys, guess what? Our mouth is the window to our gut, right? So if we're having a lot of issues in our mouth, you'd be amazed at what it leads to. Heart issues. I remember years back, I lived in Georgia, and there was a lady in my church. Her issues were so bad that the doctor told her if she did not take care of what was going on with her mouth, she would die. So whether we realize it or not, our gut health, our mouth has a lot to do with what goes on inside as well. So I also put another little article that talks about that. It's very short. I typically like to have stuff to back up. So what condition can be linked to oral health? We're seeing there here. Cardiovascular disease. Guess what? Pregnancy complication, which I was actually surprised when I saw that, which can lead to premature birth and low birth weight, pneumonia, diabetes, HIV and AIDS, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's disease. So as we take care of our oral health also, we're also helping to take care of our health internally. So now, how does our toothpaste help with that? Our toothpaste is made from green tea extract and propolis. If you are not familiar with propolis, it comes from the beehive. The bee uses it to protect their hive because it's antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. So the antibacterial part of it is going to protect infection and so forth from, invading the hive. Now, our toothpaste has a large concentration of propolis because this is what, Nick, can you give me full screen, please? This is what our toothpaste look like. This is the actual size of our 200 milligram toothpaste. Now, you can compare our toothpaste to any other propolis toothpaste on the market. Once you open it and squeeze it out, you're going to see the consistency of our toothpaste. It's almost like getting the honey from the beehive in the consistency. And you can also use this toothpaste topically as well because of the concentration of propolis in it. Propolis is used in a lot of wound care product on the market. It's used in lip balm, anything to do with herpes of the mouth and stuff, it's in it. And as I said, wound care. But guys, $17 for 5 of these toothpaste. And we have the smaller size as well. And you can get 4 of these for $5.30, I think. But the benefits of using our toothpaste, as I was showing it on the screen, is for all the things here orally with your mouth. It is going to help to prevent tartar, gingivitis, cavity, bad breath. Guys, this bad breath goes away. I had someone purchase a few weeks back and he said to me, you didn't tell me that this toothpaste works instantly because they have gum disease. They've had gum disease for years. And if you're familiar with gum disease, it comes with bad breath, serious bad breath. He said the next day, there was no bad breath. So it eliminates bad breath and you will not wake up with morning breath because of the antibacterial property of this toothpaste. So whether it's a cavity that you have, I had someone that had a toothache, and they said they just took a large amount of it and stuff it in the spot where they had the toothache, it went away. So it will remove your plaque and tartar buildup, believe it or not, it does. All this that you're seeing here, this toothpaste does, and more. And also with the green tea extract, that also helps along with that. So guys, as I said, you can use it on a burn. If you get a burn, you can use it topically as well. It's not just for brushing, and it also helps to whiten your teeth. So as I said, 5 of these for $17. If you were to go on Amazon just to buy their propolis toothpaste on there, you're paying probably about $8, and you get 5 of these for $17. And these work because of the high concentration of propolis that is in our toothpaste. So, so these are all the products we have here that is going to aid with your gut health. I believe I will stop it here for today. I also wanted to show, come on. I went to the dentist with my mom a few years back, and this was actually on the wall. If my computer will let me out of here, come on. Because, you know, I was actually surprised when I saw that it said leads to dementia. We have a lot more products. Come on. Okay, here we go. So let me stop sharing and go to my email. And I know you're probably saying $17, that's not the price anymore. It was 17 back then. But we've had a price increase, so. Okay, here we go. So this was on the wall at the dentist's office, and I was surprised all the different health challenges we can have from not having, you know, our gum, our mouth in proper condition. So it says gum disease increased the risk of head and neck cancer. Can you believe that? Bacteria in your mouth travels to other parts of your body through your bloodstream. Diabetes and bleeding gum increase your risk of premature death by 400 to 700%. 93% of people with gum disease are at risk for diabetes. So I was actually surprised at that. And then pregnant women with gum disease have only 1 in 7 chance of giving birth to a healthy child of a normal size. People with gum disease are twice as likely to die from heart disease and 3 times as likely to die from a stroke. So guys, we really need to market these toothpastes, because I just think about the people you meet out there, and as you speak to them, you can see the condition of their mouth. Research has found an association between gum disease and rheumatoid arthritis. Gum disease increased kidney and pancreatic cancer by 62%. That's from Harvard. Tooth loss and gum disease increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. That's from the Mayo Clinic. And the Surgeon General reports that at least 80% of American adults have gum disease. 80%, guys. We should have the sample toothpaste on us at all times to give out. I try to have them on me always. And you know, these are from all time. This one here is from the American Academy of Oral Systematic Health. This one is from the American Association, from the same place. And so imagine that. I mean, how many of us are truly aware of all this? I was actually surprised when I saw it, so I took a photo of it. So Yeah. Now, I think it was Miss Veronica. Did you have something to say, Miss Veronica? I think you just had your mic unmuted.
Miss Novelet, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Novelet?
Go ahead, Miss Sylvia.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to add my little with regards to the talk that was put on this morning. I just want to encourage us to continue with the fight because people are of different personalities and we meet them out there. But as you always say, if we can find one person to work with, then we are well on our way. Because I have this young lady and she's on. She cannot purchase a lot, but each time each month, as a matter of fact, she always put in her order. So she's doing fairly well, and then she's trying to bring her daughter in as well. And for me, and as the first speaker said, our health is very important. And I focus on that a lot. And then I think wealth will come after that. Our health is very, very important. And the road to success is never easy, Miss Novelet. It's never, never easy. And we all are aware of that. But then we can look at people like Terry, Myron, the Wright brothers, and many others, and they have made it. So my conclusion really is to encourage us to keep on fighting the fight with courage and remind ourselves of what our motto says. And remember too that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you, Ms. Novlet, for allowing me to share at this late point in time. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And to Ms. Novlet, that
Mm-hmm.
toothpaste, it's just exceptionally good. And I have given out some samples,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have some more to give up. And I know some of those people, they ask me to, or they cannot order a lot of stuff, but they might ask me to order the toothpaste or something for them, So
Right.
sooner or later, some more might come on board. Who to tell?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome.
Okay. Okay, so let me answer what's in the chat. So my doctor cannot get my white blood count up. So you're taking hemoheme for the last 2 years. Okay, so the next question on that then is, how is your diet?
Hello,
Yes, hi.
this is Larry.
Go ahead,
Been
Larry.
watching and listening, so that's my comment in the chat.
Right.
We are working on my diet. I am about 10 pounds away from the doctor's goal,
Mm-hmm.
with my A1C being a little elevated. I do take metformin twice a day, and my diet is much better than it was. I've lost about 8 pounds.
Okay. All right. Maria, you can chime in too. And what was I about to say? Oh my goodness. Do you do any type of juicing at home?
No, I don't juice unless my doctor didn't want me drinking any juice because of A1C. So I don't do any juicing.
So he doesn't allow you to do any type of juicing when it comes to fruits and veggies?
As long as it's all natural, nothing out of bottle or can.
Oh, no. I'm talking juicing at home with a juicer like carrots, because the beets will also help to increase your blood count. That carrots and beets will help, because
Okay.
beets is a natural blood transfusion, and along with the carrots, I've had before I even came on board with Atomy. A friend of mine had breast cancer, and she opted to do chemo. So my encouragement to her was to just juice those carrots every day to keep that blood count up. And her doctor was actually shocked that her blood count stayed up at that level. So carrots is really, really good along with the beets to help. And, you know, as juicing would be a great addition to what you're doing, because as we change our lifestyle and eat healthier, just like the gentleman said in that video that I was playing, get all those fruits and veggies in, because that's what God gave us for this body. And as you start putting in the fruits and the veggies and, you know, do the whole lifestyle change, go ahead, you'll see things come around.
Yes, I just wanted to say, I heard you say that you take metformin.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're taking it for your
A1C blood sugar.
Okay, for your blood sugar, right. Okay, so I would suggest that, okay, you're already doing the hemohim. Are you doing our glucose care or our bitter melon?
Yes.
I take one in the morning and I take the other one in the afternoon.
Okay, you probably could increase the glucose care.
Okay.
But I want to say to this, but you always want to check with your doctor first. But now, metformin, in some cases, it will cause your white blood cell counts to be lower in certain people. So you might want to look into that a little bit more. But the other side, the flip side of that is, let's get your blood sugar level right. So you maybe the doctor can take you off the metformin, and that may help to bring up your low white blood cell count.
Yeah, that's the goal. It's at 6 now. We start out at 8, so we're at 6 right now.
6, you're taking 6 up to which one?
No, that's the count. That's the right. That's the A1C count. It was at 8. We're down to
okay, yeah. But just continue to work on your blood sugar. But I know, and you can do some research on it, or maybe talk to your doctor about it. Sometimes if you go to a functional medicine doctor, they may be more open to doing more deeper investigation of a medication before they give it to you. But I'm sure your doctor does look at it. But I know I've heard people who were on metformin who they were having some lower white blood cell cell issues. So just do a little bit more investigation and try to eat a healthy diet. Now, the only thing about carrots and beets, they are pretty sweet. So you have an issue with the sugar, even though it's a different type of sugar. So I would just say, try to eat low sugar fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
Like stay away from maybe like white potatoes. But yeah, I would just do that. But just in any case, do you have a nutritionist?
No, just working with the doctor. I mean, he's pretty good about not wanting to prescribe medication because he knows I don't like take prescriptions, and so we're working together on that. It's just I pastor church, and he didn't want me around sick people. And I told him that's not going to work.
Okay, and a lot of times, I always look at if a person's on medication, to look first of all, look at the side effects. Talk to your pharmacist and say, hey, what are some of the side effects I might expect from this? And just looking to investigate whatever medications that you are on, that you're given, to see what might could happen. There could be some that may not be so bad, but there could be others that could be alarming when you really don't need to be alarmed. You just might need to switch medications, because in some cases we do have to be on medications, but the goal is to get us off of them through food and nutrition and making lifestyle changes.
Right. Yeah, I'm only on one. That's metformin. I'm 65, and so I took a baby aspirin. That's about it.
Yeah. Because you don't have what they say, what my nutritionist tells me is that you don't have a medication, a pharmaceutical deficiency. What you have is a nutritional deficiency.
I love
let's correct that. Let's correct that. And
All right. Thank you so much.
And
You're welcome.
as Maria said, I think having a nutritionist is a good idea because she's looking at your health from a whole different perspective compared to a MD. So that would be a good idea to find a good nutritionist.
That's what we'll do.
Are you exercising? Do you walk daily?
We exercise about 3 or 4 days a week, walking about 40 minutes.
Okay. And how much water are you drinking?
I got a bottle here. I drink alkaline water. I need to drink more. It's
How
got
much? How much did you say?
33 ounces in it.
You're only drinking 33 ounces a day?
Probably.
Okay. So that's a big issue right there because 33 ounces, even for myself, when I'm a small person, it would not hydrate my body. So for you to really get restoration, your body has to be hydrated. So if you're in a constant state of dehydration, your body's is gonna constantly be in a state of acidity.
Okay.
And diabetes feeds on over acidity. So whatever your body weight is right now, half your body weight. So your weight divided by 2. That's minimal hydration.
Okay.
Because water also helps to flush the acid out of your body. So as long as your body is acidic, it's impossible for you to recover from that diabetes, even with you taking that hemoheme. Hemoheme, that's a uphill battle for that hemoheme because your body is still acidic. You're taking the hemoheme and it's trying to flush that acid out of your body, but because you're not getting in enough water to hydrate and to keep that blood flow going and healthy and keep, as we urinate, we're flushing out that acid. But if you're not putting enough water in, your body can't do its work. So
Okay.
half your body weight in ounces a day, that's just minimal hydration there. And you will see, you'll see a marked improvement as you hydrate.
Will do.
Okay.
And the only other thing I just want to add is just make sure you're taking a B12. You have a great vitamin B complex that contains B12. Take that too, because a lot of times when you're on metformin, it will give you a B12 deficiency. So you don't want that.
Yeah, that's true.
So just make sure you take that.
We take several supplements. I've got the B, I've got the D, the calcium C. I've got a couple.
Good. That's glad that your doctor has you on those, because you need to take that since you're on the metformin.
Okay.
Yeah, that I do know it will deplete some of your nutrients. But good, that water intake is very, very, very important, because it doesn't matter how many hemoheme you take, if your body is going to stay in that acidic state, the hemoheme is not going to be able to help you.
Okay. So the water I'm drinking is fine. It's an alkaline 9.5 pH level.
Right. Do you buy that at the store?
Sam's Hotel. Is there another place?
Read the label. This is one thing I want to say. Read the label on those alkaline bottled water. They tell you exactly how they make it alkaline.
Okay.
Yeah. Which brand are you buying?
It's the Sam's Members Mark.
Oh, Sam's. Yeah, a lot of them will tell you how it's made. And most of those alkaline bottled water are made from chemicals. Some tell you it's baking soda. Like Essentia, it's very clear on the Essentia bottle that they use baking soda to make it. It's right there on the back.
Okay,
But most people just pick them up and true alkaline water, you have to have that machine in your home that makes that alkaline water for you. If you're buying it in a bottle, it's chemical enhanced. And
Okay,
almost,
so
they put it on there. They tell you. We just don't
yeah,
look
I'm
at
looking
it.
at, yeah, it's but it's got purified water,
There you go.
hydrogen, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride,
Okay.
nothing else. So where can I get the machine to
And
make
they say purification, that's not alkalinity.
Okay.
Is Mr. CJ here? Mr. CJ always tell me I should talk about it. I don't like talking about it on the call. I do sell, that's how I started in this industries. I sell the Kangen machine. So
No, we will buy it from you if you let us know.
uh, I'll send you my number.
Okay, because we spend a
Yeah,
lot of money on this water. So,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I don't try to cross the different ones on here, but just read those bottled water. What I tell people, it is better to put a system on your faucet in your home to clean the water up than spend money buying those alkaline water, because when you test the pH with a ORP meter, and anyone can buy an ORP meter online, it tells you the true property of the water. So, it's just another marketing thing, and people spend a lot of money buying alkaline water, and they tell you when you see that bisodium, it's baking soda. A lot of them tell you what they use to alkalize that water. And anyone can alkaline their water at home. You just put some baking soda in it.
Okay.
But it's not good for you to drink. A lot of people will do it that way if they're doing a fast, because it flushes your system, but for long term, it's not good to drink. So anyway, let's get back. I will put my number in the chat to you, and you can reach out to me if you're still interested. But
Thank you very much.
so let me see if I got everyone else on here with their question. Exercise will help with your blood sugar, yeah. And do we have any other question?
Can you put the video in the chat that you were playing earlier?
Oh, that's an old recording from 2021 that I did back during COVID.
Oh, okay.
But let me go back to the video. The name is there. You can get the name.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me go back to it. And I'll just go back to, let me close this out. Oops. Okay, here we go. So let's go back to, so product introduction by, that's her name, Ophelia. If you type that in YouTube, you should be able to find it. And there's also with Dr. Anna, let me go into my file here. Dr. Anna does a very good job as well. Where's my Atomy videos? Okay. There's also with Dr. Anna O'Sullivan. She is very, very good as well on how she covers hemoheme. I use her videos a lot. This one I did in the presentation, but let me pull that one up for you guys. When I am sending out a hemoheme video, I use Anna because of clarity.
I just wanted to say to everyone concerning our probiotics, we really do need to, if you're not taking them, you need to go ahead and get some for yourself and also for your family.
Oh yeah.
Talking earlier about, getting people to buy the supplements and, to continue on in them. And because I was thinking, I think I was hearing a young lady was talking about her experience. But it really does require a lifestyle change. We have to find people who are willing to make a lifestyle change their habits and beliefs about health and wellness. So it's really kind of up to us to educate people, and this is one of the reasons why I'm glad that we have this platform and the other platforms that we have through Atomy, because it does require a paradigm shift. People perish because of a lack of knowledge. That's what the Bible says. And so this is why we have such high incidences and such high mortality in our community, because we need to really educate everyone. It does require a paradigm shift. Just from having a leaky gut, that leaky gut syndrome that Novelette was speaking of, it contributes to autoimmune diseases like type 1 and type 2 diabetes, muscular sclerosis, IBF, you know. And so those are the things that we're coming down with as a people. Also, lupus. And so people have to be encouraged to make a lifestyle change, you know, so they can reverse these autoimmune diseases. But one of the best things that we can do is to get everybody to start taking our probiotics, particularly the ones that have the prebiotics in there. Um, we also come down with metabolic syndromes too. We have a higher incidence of that than any other race of people. And metabolic syndromes, that's like we have the high blood pressure, high blood sugar, overweight, high cholesterol, heart issues, all of those things. And we can stop a lot of that stuff. So I just want to encourage everybody to still keep talking to your families, your friends, and, everyone that you know, and try to help to shift how they think about health and wellness. And then they're more likely to want to purchase some of the supplements that we have. Don't beat them over the head with, your, information, or just every time they see you, you're trying to sell them something. But just, bring the conversation around to the high obesity rates, the high blood pressure in our community. And then begin to talk, just share testimonies that you've heard on these calls about how people are beating these symptoms and these sicknesses, and how they're staying gone, that people are staying healthy. So, just don't give up. Don't give up. We want to be healthy, and we want all of our family and friends and co-workers, our co-laborers in Christ. We want everyone to be healthy. We don't want any more sick and shut-ins. We want everyone to be healthy. And we're in a time frame now. We're in a dispensation where health and wealth is being released for us, but we've got to take advantage of it. So back to you, Novelette. I just wanted to say that before we close, before you're done with this call.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yes, just as Maria said, just keep sharing with your family. They eventually come around. Well, some do. It took my sister a couple of years, but now she's still not taking all the products. She just takes a few, but hey, it's a start. So just keep sharing. Now, this is Dr. Anna O'Sullivan. As you can see, she's got several HemoHeme videos here. You guys are seeing my screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if you just type her name in, you subscribe. I'm not subscribed to her. I'm surprised. And because I use her videos a lot. And you just listen and decide which one you want to share. But I use her videos a lot when I'm introducing HemoHeme to someone, as you can see here. So you just decide which one you like the best and you use it. I use her along with the other one I shared that shows how the NK cell works. And that one is called, I'm not going to pull that up, but I can tell you guys and you can go look it up. Anti-cancer functional food, Atomy Hemoheme. And if you just type that in, it comes up. So those are the two videos I will send to someone when I'm introduced in Hemoheme. Because a lot of times we don't have that third party to call, but this is third party right here. So that's what I use. I just use these two videos. Because we can try explaining Hemoheme all day long, which I can do, but I choose not to, and I'll just send the video because it's someone else speaking to them. So, yeah. So, guys, thank you for being here today. And hopefully we'll have a reason to share more of that toothpaste. Now that we understand how important that toothpaste, having that healthy mouth is to the rest of our health. Because so many health challenges come along when things are not going well in our mouth. And I was actually surprised when I saw that, including dementia. So share that toothpaste. Every single person you know, you should give a sample to. At the end of the day, if they choose to purchase it, at least you know you shared it with them. And make sure you give them the information on. I hope you guys took a photo of a screenshot of that article I had up on the different health challenges that come along when your oral health is not good. Let me go back to it. It's on the screen. If you guys are on your phone, take a photo of it and use it.
Yeah. Novelet.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to add with that toothpaste. I don't know if some people on the call know, but back in the day when we had a toothache, we would put the cotton or rum on the cotton or something and stick it inside the tooth. But you get a little teeny bit of healing from it or whatever. But it takes a long time to really, for you to get some sleep. That was back in the day.
Right.
And now I had a toothache a month ago or whatever. And I take the toothpaste and just rub around the gum where the teeth was hurting. And like I say, less than a minute, it stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Less than a minute. Now, this toothpaste just came about. I'm not a dentist lover. I was afraid of dentists and all that stuff. Now I need a new mouth. Guys, you don't have to do this. You have to use your teeth. And then you said something about the effects that you can have from the teeth into the lungs and all that stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of. So now I'm trying to set up appointment because I went to the dentist and they're charging me anywhere from 16,000 to 25,000 to fix my mouth.
Wow.
So now I'm trying to go to Turkey to get it done. I'm intervening with the doctors there, and it's gonna cost me like anywhere from like 3,000 to 5,000. So I'm gonna fly into Turkey to get my mouth done, guys. So we have to wait to do that. We could do it right now by using this toothpaste and inherited, that good gum inherited, because it's gonna cost you money later.
Yes.
Or you can buy the cheap teeth where you take it out and put in the glass and put it back in. That you can do. So your choice is yours right now. The choice is yours. I am not going to put my teeth in the glass and take it out and put it back in. I'm not. So I have to make that flight over there and try to get it done. Yeah.
Dental, it's very expensive here because I'm from Jamaica. And most of my fellow Jamaicans that I know, they will go back to Jamaica to get their dental work done. I have one cavity. I'm 58. I have one cavity and I've had that since I was probably 13, 14. And every time I go to the dentist here, they're trying to have me remove that filling so they can put in these fillings that they're putting in people's mouth now, where I hear people go, oh my filling popped out. And every time a dentist, I said, why? So that it keeps popping out and I keep coming back. I said, I've had this since I was in my teenage years and it's never popped out. So why would I even consider taking it out now? To go with something else. I've seen so many people, they're chewing on whatever and they're like, oh, my filling popped out. There they go, back to the dentist. Nope, no, it's gonna stay right there. But I tell you, this toothpaste, what I tell my people to do is, especially those that have any challenges going on with their mouth, their gum, lather that toothpaste up on that toothbrush. Put as much, overflow it, and brush, let it dilute in your mouth. Then I tell my people to swish it around in the mouth until you feel it penetrating up in your gum. It does that. And that's how they're really getting that result, because you literally feel it going up into your gums as you swish it around in your mouth. You have to put a lot on the toothpaste, on your toothbrush. And then you just keep swishing it around and you feel it penetrating up all the way up into your gums. So those who have the unhealthy gum where there are things going on underneath, they'll tell me, oh my gosh, it burned the first couple of times, but they're seeing the results. And as they go to the dentist, their dentists are like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Your gum is better, even the receding gums going away. They're measuring the gum and it's becoming better and better. So the toothpaste really does work. But don't just brush with it. Hold it in your mouth, swish it around and let it go up in that gum. Yes, it might burn a little, but as you continue to do it, it will burn less and less. And then to a point where there's no burning at all. So it's gotten better and better. But let me tell you, that toothpaste does wonders for the mouth. I've gotten many a testimony from my people, not just from them, but the results from their dentists. So yeah. So we'll end it here today. Thank you all.
I just, excuse me, were you gonna put that screen back up there? I wanted to.
Oh, sorry, I did not share my screen. On which one? The doctor or for the dentist? Oh yeah, I did not share my screen, sorry. Was it on the information on the flyer for the chart? Was it this that you were requesting? Hello?
Not sure.
Yes,
You said
yes,
you
it was it.
Okay. I thought I'd share my screen when I put it up. Sorry about that. And I'll also post it into WhatsApp chat group so you guys can get it from there as well. Because I feel this is great to really educate individuals on why they really need to take care of their mouth.
Oh, really?
And how this toothpaste really does help. So I'll post it.
Excuse me, Novelet.
One
quick question. What was the name of the other video that you mentioned that you sent out? I believe it was anti-cancer food. I didn't get the whole thing.
Let me pull it up quickly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me go back to my file that I have it in. Let me just paste it into that's quicker. I'm also pasting it in the Momentum morning chat. I just, why is it not? Oh, I didn't give it time to load, sorry. Let's see. Funny enough, it's not loading.
The water.
Let me just type it in here so you guys can get it quickly.
I got, because I was wondering about the water.
Let's see if it's gonna come up. Yes, there you go.
All right. Today we're going to.
So let me share the screen. And this one is very powerful because it goes into the patent. So it's showing that this is not a fly-by-night project. And then when it gets over here, it shows you how the NK cell works. So this has a lot of information in here. Is this the one? I'm not seeing how the video in here. Oh, here it goes. So it shows how the natural killer cells work. So I love this video for that. So
inside all of us lurks a serial killer. A killer whose primary...
So this is a great video, and the information is right here at the bottom. You're seeing it, correct? The name?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, this video covers a lot. And it's not, as you can see, it's only 8 minutes and 56 seconds, but packed full of information. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you for sticking around. Maria, thank you again, as usual. Let's see.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, I was just making sure I got everything that was in the chat. Do not be shy in talking about the water. Because we talk everything in this call. Thank you, Ms. Ruth. Yeah. Great. All right, everyone. Oh, there's another message. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. You're welcome. Okie dokie. So see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is, as Mr. CJ would call it, freestyle. So whatever you guys want to talk about tomorrow, sharing testimony, it's an open call. So,
Bye, Miss Novelette. Enjoy the rest of your day.
you too, guys.
Thank you.